let's go to some of the ones that we sourced early on here. Um, First question, Chris, for you. I've tried ChatGPT. Wow, rolls right off the tongue. I've tried ChatGPT a few times, but I always get generic garbage back. What am I doing wrong?
We could opine on this for a long time, but
Forever.
just really quickly, I think if this is happening to you, it's because of a lack of specificity. If you give a vague prompt to an LLM, it's going to give you it has a really wide variance in what it can give to you. The more specifically you can communicate what you want, the better, or at least more specific results you're going to get back. Now, I'll give you an example of like how this principle applies when we're building stuff. When we have this tool called the newsletter assistant that creates emails for people. And the reason why we built that when something like ChatGPT exists, because you might say like, why do you need this? I can just type something into ChatGPT. Is that we have access to all sorts of additional context, other emails people have sent. We create a style guide based on their business for them that they can go and edit and improve. And all of that context results in creating way better, more personalized, more relevant email content than if you just put a vague prompt into ChatGPT. So the short answer there is your prompts probably aren't specific enough, so you're getting back ChatGPT's wild swipe at trying to solve your problem.
Yeah, think about it this way. Out of the box, ChatGPT has access to a world of information, but none of it's specific to you per se. It has the ability to create great content in your voice and tone, but it's only as good as you help make it in terms of providing it that context.
And like these assistants are getting smarter, so they have more persistent memory, so they're building out a profile of you over time that they can use when trying to perform tasks for you. But what they don't have is, like in our case, like with our MCP or in Aweber, we also have like the performance data about your emails. So it has some idea of when it creates something, how well did it perform with your end users, so it can use the stuff that performed better to create content and disregard the stuff or deprioritize the stuff that performed worse. Yeah. So it's interesting. Like if you wanted to get really good results from a generic assistant, you would probably, and for a task like writing email, you would probably want to be continuously like copy pasting your results in from your email marketing platform, or using an MCP or some sort of connector, so it could actually look at the performance of the content that was created to help produce better content based on what's actually working. But that's a lot. If you want to start getting better results now, just be more specific. Tell it what you want. Tell it what style you want it in. If you have an example, this is actually the tip I should have said. If you have an example of something you've written or something that you've seen in the wild that you really like, just say, this is an example of what I like. I liked the tone of this content, and then just paste it in. Like all that stuff is really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna repeat. Well said.